Hello, hello. Pardon me. Welcome to Verbaling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. And in this class, actually, as we've been doing at this time slot here on Verbaling for the past week, this is the 6th one in a row, we've been looking at different question types, questions of a certain type through the week. We've had opinion questions, preference questions, past tense questions, questions about personality, and so on. Today's class, hard-hitting, personal questions, questions of a deeply personal nature. No, I'm not going to talk about politics, sexual preferences, religion, or anything of that nature, or your family, or anything like that. So don't worry about that. We don't need to go there, as we say in English. No need to go there, but okay. These may be challenging personal questions. However, I do want to have a disclaimer. You can choose not to answer. I will not be offended. That's quite all right. But anyway, we're going to try to, this may be challenging. The most challenging one of the week, in my opinion. Opinion questions, very difficult, but it's hard to talk about yourself in a personal way. But give it a shot here. Okay, hello, Adair.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. And hello, Fu.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, nice to see you again and again.
Again and again. Yeah, you disappeared last class. I had another quote, nice quote about teachers.
Yeah, I have lunch.
Oh.
Yeah, it's noon in my country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm some kind of a masochist today. I have no idea why, but I've got 8 classes, 1-hour classes in a row, and I didn't have breakfast, so I have to go 8 hours without eating.
Yeah. So you should have properly meals for your health.
Yeah. I mean, I'm drinking an energy drink.
Yeah.
This is my lunch, Fu. Liquid energy, caffeine, probably horrible for me.
Is this enough for you? Yeah.
Totally bad for my health.
I'm a little bit worried about your health. If you work for consecutive 8 hours without any food in your lunch, in your stomach.
There's my personal question. Why would you do such a thing?
Yeah.
I was actually unintentional. I just had students book last-minute classes during my breaks, so okay. And such is the case. Sometimes when you're a teacher, you have students who, I'm taking an IELTS test tomorrow. Can you give me one more class? 2 such cases today for me. So
really?
I have to acquiesce to their requests. Just I feel like I was letting them down if I said no.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's my excuse. Okay, and Tammy's back with us. Hey, Tammy.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Nice to have you here again. All right, we're going to talk about personal issues, personal things about ourselves. It may be a little bit challenging. Adair, I'm going to start with you. What fear have you had to overcome in your life? Is there any fear that you've had to kind of battle to overcome? Maybe when you were younger?
Not fear, because I don't have that phobia there also. But because in In high school, I didn't attend. I was absent for so many days in school at school, so I was very afraid to fail, and I've never failed before. So even after I passed all of the exams, I had that dream or nightmare for a very long time after. When I keep dreaming about failing the exams because I didn't attend so much classes. I missed so much classes.
I miss. Sorry, go ahead.
Too many classes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yes. Many classes, many with a countable noun, much with an uncountable noun. But yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
Okay, no. So it was not a fear per se, but it was not a good experience for me.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I had to overcome a fear of public speaking and talking to people. You wouldn't know it. Now I have all these classes on verbling, talking to people all over the world. But when I was younger, I really got nervous about speaking to people, strangers I didn't know, speaking in front of an audience. I had to work on that. So, anyway.
They say this is the first fear for American people. Number one in the list before death.
Yeah, that's
speaking fear.
That is correct. At least polls I've seen with involving taken with Americans is that their number one fear is the fear of public speaking. And I think, well, it's true for a lot of people, right? And there's the joke. I think it was Jerry Seinfeld, famous American comedian, who said, the fear of public speaking is greater than the fear of death. Among most Americans, which would mean, of course, if an American was at a funeral, he would prefer to be in the casket rather than giving the eulogy or the speech. Yeah.
Maybe this is very true.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, but true. Okay, I'd like to quickly welcome Selma again. Hello, Selma. Hi, Selma. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Okay, Selma. Whatever you have to do to up your volume again. Your lounge down low again. Thank you.
Okay.
And I forgot your name. Tech guy.
Hi. I'm Daniel.
Danielle. Okay.
Yeah.
Danielle. Oh, hi. Hi again. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
What's with the Java thing?
Yeah. I'm a programmer. I develop software, and Java is a language program.
I know. Java's bugging me. You don't actually develop Java, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? I have a complaint. I'd like to register a complaint, please.
Okay. What's that?
No, I'm kidding with you, Daniel. This is not the time or the place. I'm joking.
Okay.
But how come I have to do an update every 2 weeks? What is the deal?
Yeah.
Come
on. Get
on.
better and better, I think.
Yeah. But then some programs don't work with the new update, so I have to use a plugin for the old update. Okay, I'm done. Never mind. All right.
They call them Javanese.
Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, those people who program Java.
Okay. Anyway, I'll be getting back to you, Daniel, and with some questions, and let you practice speaking a little, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Wisla. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Am I saying your name correctly? What is your name?
Wisław. Yes, almost good. Was
almost good. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but
no problem.
I'll try my best. Okay. Talk to you guys in a minute. Vu. Vu?
Yes.
Have you ever been falsely accused? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know. But accused for what?
I don't know. Falsely accused of
For
stealing
breaking the laws
something,
or stealing something
or breaking the
or make
law,
somebody hurt.
Yeah, all of any of those.
Yes, to be honest, in my life, I have been accused for many times because of many different reasons, from breaking something when I was a child,
Yeah.
from hurting my level when I'm a teenager, from being late to school, many things. But the most accused I have ever had, and make me feel very sad, is the time when my girlfriend accused me of forgetting her birthday. Yes, at the year of her 18th. That's the year we graduated from high school. You know, high school age is very special for anyone. So she I wish that I had to do something special for her. But when the day came, I totally forgot. And the next days, she accused me that I intentionally forgot her birthday in order to go with another girl. But it was quite heartbreaking, you know. I have tried to explain to her clearly, but you know, it didn't work, and I didn't know what to do. Just told her that if you believe me, we could continue. And now, if you didn't believe me, and maybe someday you would understand. I was telling you the truth, and so 5 years ago, 5 years later, she met me and talked to me that I should have not tell you like that when you forget my birthday. And after my accusation, when I came home, I a little bit I felt a little bit pity, but I'm too self-respecting, so I didn't call you, and so that the story went. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have also been falsely accused of being unfaithful. There's very little as frustrating as that situation because there's nothing you can do. There's no way you can prove.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do except say no, that's not true. But what can you do? You can't prove anything.
Yeah, you didn't have any confident evidence for
it just seems so unfair,
yeah.
So very unfair. You know.
Yeah.
It's a very frustrating situation. Okay, let me give you a little feedback, English-wise. Okay, now I like this that you're describing. Okay, you said I've been falsely accused for many things. from, and you use this. Now this is common in English for everyone. From, I can't remember exactly your examples. From breaking things when I was a child,
Yeah.
but then you continue to say from this, from that, from another. When we use this type of organizational structure in English, it's
Yes.
okay to do it, but it's like this: from breaking things as a child to uh, cheating on a test to, so we
Yeah.
say from
From
to,
to. Yeah.
not from to, from to.
Yeah.
Okay, from
Yes.
breaking things as a
I got that.
breaking
Yeah.
things
Thank you.
to cheating on a test to blah blah blah
Yeah.
to
Yes.
however many things you list, from to.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. In addition, um, you said I was most accused, but okay, you're trying to use a superlative like most. I understand, but I would say the worst. I would use worst.
Yeah.
The
Words.
worst
Yeah.
accusation was blah 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 blah. Blah.
Yes.
Or most harmful accusation, or but I would use the noun. Okay, not most
Yeah.
accused.
Yes. Most accusation.
uh, Not most accusation.
Most
Accusation,
harmful.
harmful accusation, or the
Yeah.
worst accusation.
Most unreasonable accusation.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's much better than what I had. Yeah.
So I have a question, small questions that uh, I can say the worst accusation I ever got, or worse.
I would use the worst accusation I ever had.
Yes, or worse, something or was something. For
Yeah, the
example,
worst.
the worst accusation I have ever had is hurting someone or was hurting someone.
Yeah.
We you
Was
the
about. Okay, I probably would say was about.
words. Yeah,
Was that. Okay, there we go. The
yeah,
worst accusation I ever had was that
yes, was,
whatever it was,
yeah, blah blah. Yeah,
was that I. Okay, use that as a connective between the two ideas,
yeah.
and then
Okay,
what the accusation was.
yeah. Thank you.
That's how to do it. Okay, and you one more thing. You said the 18th birthday is special for anyone. It should be is special for everyone, I believe, is what you meant. Because you said, you know how 18, when you're 18, it's a very special birthday for everyone, not for anyone. For anyone would mean for one person,
Yeah,
but
everyone.
everyone, for
Yeah,
all.
for all people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all people. There you go. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move on to Selma. Okay, Selma, have you ever violated a confidence? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. My friends.
Yes. Okay. All right. Have you
uh,
ever told a secret? In other words, violated a confidence.
yes. Well, honestly, and unfortunately, yes, I had to violate my friend's confidence. Uh, I know violating a friend confidence is not uh, something good, and but I had to because my friend was having a bad experience. Well, actually, it was about harassment. So she told me about her experience, and I shouldn't keep silent. I had to tell I had to tell her family about that so that they can do something about that, because if she cannot tell about these bad and horrific experience, this will reflect her on a bad thing. She would have in the future very psychological and serious problems that she cannot go through alone. So that's why I decided to. It was just the first and the last time, because after that I regretted telling her parents, because it was not the wise decision. They did not do anything about that.
Really?
And yes.
Later you regretted it, but it sounds to me like you did it with your friend's best interests in mind. You were trying to look out for your friend and protect your friend, right?
Yes, it was. Yes, teacher, it was for her own sake, but the society does not accept such thing. They see harassment as a taboo. So if you tell something, if you talk about harassment, this will affect the reputation of a girl. So you should always keep your mouth shut, because nobody can do anything about that, especially if they don't have concrete evidence against that person.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Very delicate situation.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's kind of also a very depressing situation. I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through that. That I understand that could be difficult for you. It's bad enough for the victim, the person involved directly, but that's what people don't ever think about when they commit crimes or they do bad things to people. They don't understand they're not just doing bad things to that person. They're doing bad things to all the people that surround that victim. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Especially, they do not have something to bow down to. So, like the laws, we don't have a law against against harassment, not a direct one. You should bring evidence, you should bring some witnesses. So it's a very delicate situation to be in.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being confident enough to share that with us all. Okay. Your English was impeccable, actually. I really have no critique. You're sounding more and more like a native speaker every day, Selma.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, you know what? I know you're thinking about the TOEFL test or whatever. You just need to practice strategy. Your English is plenty good enough to really do well on the test. You just have to look at strategy. That's it.
Much, I do appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think you lack confidence. You really should be more confident. Your English is quite excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. Whoa, what did I just do? Uh-oh. My computer just did something really weird. My whole screen just expanded. Okay, Daniel. What have I got for you? Daniel.
Hello.
Hello. Have you ever gotten Oops, hang on. Have you ever been caught doing something you shouldn't have done? Have you ever been caught red-handed?
Caught.
Caught. Busted, we say in
busted.
English.
Busted.
Busted. Very American slang.
Yeah, busted. Yeah.
Busted. Uh-oh.
And well, maybe it's not that bad. This example I'm gonna say to you. But sometimes when I'm at work and there's not a lot of work to do, in programming. I I used to study about my master classes, and sometimes a co-partner uh, get and stay uh, beside me, and yeah, he look what I'm watching or seeing at the monitor on the monitor, and yeah, I just say it's okay. In the schedule. I'm okay, so I think there's no problem. And yeah, that's the example I remember
Okay.
about being busted.
Being busted. Busted at work. Busted Facebooking. There's a I've seen that at work several times. People get busted Facebooking, which I think is very strange, by the way, but that now Facebook is a verb. Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
Fa- Facebooking. Yes, I've luckily
Google, Googling,
yeah.
Googling too, right?
Googling is a verb now, yeah. Tweeting, of course, for Twitter. You tweet, that's a verb.
Googling, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely I've witnessed many people getting caught Facebooking. It's funny. Uh, okay, a little English feedback for you. Uh, okay, you said you're introducing what you're going to talk about. You're saying that okay, there's a story I'm going to say to you, but uh, we always use the verb tell with story. Told a story, tell a story, I will tell a story. So you're basically describing a story, so you should use the correct verb, which is tell. We don't say I'm going to say a story. We never
Okay,
say that. Tell a
yeah,
story. Okay, so I want to tell you about you're not actually using the words a story, but that's what you're about to do. You're about to tell a little story, an anecdote, a story. So you should use that verb. Also, a small preposition problem. Your coworker was look. You said he looked. He looked what I'm doing. He looked at what I was doing. Okay, you're missing the preposition at. But yeah, okay, that's that's a good one. Sure. Uh, Daniel, are you married?
yeah. I'm married.
There's a personal
Um,
question.
I'm married, and I have a little girl, uh, a little
Great.
daughter, and
Nice.
she's 11 months.
11 months.
11 months.
Congratulations. I know it's
Thank you.
11 months, but congratulations anyway.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're
And
welcome.
that's the
That's
that's the
cool.
best. That's the best.
Oh, I know it. I know
Ever
it.
had.
I have two young daughters myself, 3 and 1.5.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I know the house she gives me, and she keep looking at me, and she doesn't get bored looking at me, and that's what I love.
Yeah. Well, they just get more and more fun, at least for a while. Uh, my kids are more fun every day. I swear to God, it's great. Um,
Yeah.
but Daniel, you've never been busted by your wife, like looking over at another woman?
Uh, yeah,
Oop.
a
Yeah.
couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that's how
Just looking.
more.
Just
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
she's got a bright yellow dress. That's all. I'm looking at her
uh,
clothes. Come on.
yeah, that's one of the answers I used to say.
Yeah.
No, yeah, yeah, or I say to her, or I tell her, and no, I wasn't looking at her.
No,
I
I
was
wasn't looking.
looking.
Yeah.
I was look looking looking something. I was
Yeah.
seeing,
Looking.
and
Yeah.
okay, so I was looking in the car in,
Looking at the car.
next to her.
That's right. We're guys. We look at cars, right? Just looking at the car. Looking at
Yeah,
that
yeah.
store.
Or I asked her, and do you see through my eyes? Before.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Uh, yeah,
Uh,
I've been busted. Okay, I've been busted.
all right. Okay. I'm gonna move on to Wisla. Wisla? Hi, Wisla. Are you
Yes,
ready?
yes,
Hi
yes,
there.
yes.
Wisla, where are you from, first of all? First personal question.
I am from Poland.
Poland. Oh yeah, we've talked before. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. Uh, okay. Um, have you ever was there ever a time when you were very sure of something, you believed something, but then later you were proved to be wrong? Have you ever had an experience where there's something you thought was true, and then later, completely wrong?
Mm, I don't remember such situation. Maybe about the politician. Sometimes I thought
Mm.
they are the other people, and on the end, with the time, that changed. Um,
Yeah. Mm.
but
Yeah.
the politician has such nature, I think so, and maybe I was too young that I believe that what they speak, and by such situation maybe.
Yeah. Okay. That's understandable. I kind of feel that way about Obama, to tell you the truth. So I can kind of relate to that idea. Uh, yeah. Uh, so I assume it's a negative thing. You were let down, or you were idealistic, or you thought politician was a certain way, and then they disappointed you. Am I, maybe I'm assuming too much, but we are talking about a politician. Is that the case, Wisla? Did he the
I don't think about what they do, what they did, but I think maybe in my what I think about these people. I thought, for example, they was very sensible, and with time, I see they have one aim, for example, and my view for these people changed.
hmm Right. Okay. My view of these people, not for, my view of these people changed. Okay. Right. Okay. Is there anything in your life that you completely question if it's all right, I asked if there's something you were sure of and then later you were proved to be wrong. Is there anything in your life that you're completely unsure of, you don't know what to think of?
It's a lot of such things, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Right. You can't even
If you
count them,
more know,
right?
I don't remember who said that. One Greek, I think so. Maybe
Uh-huh.
Einstein. If you more know, you know nothing. Yes.
Uh, if you more
If
know, you know nothing. That can't be right.
you
What
know that you catch how much you don't know this way.
ah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I think that is Einstein. Okay. The more you know, the more you know that you don't know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I've heard that one, and I like that quote. I love that quote actually. Yeah. Okay. Good answer. Okay. Very good. All right. Great. Uh, okay. Uh, I'm gonna take it back to Nader. Nader, here's a Nader. If
Yes.
you found you only had 2 weeks to live, heaven forbid, what 2 or 3 things would you want to do if you had 2 weeks or a month or something to live? What
I
would you
guess
want to do? Hmm.
I need to do more things to make me closer to God. I
Mm-hmm.
guess I need to like spend more spend more money on charity, or maybe try to try to spend this time for the benefit of the other people, not for the benefit of myself. So at least I get rewarded for this.
Hmm.
So I will not waste that time try to travel to places I didn't see before or something, or
Right.
these kinds of things. Try to enjoy my last 2 months, 2 weeks, but I'll try to help as many people as I can, to do as many good deeds as I can to help me in the place I'll go to,
Okay.
as uh, as I believe.
Secondary question.
Yes,
Would you quit your job immediately?
for sure.
For sure. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we all think about how important our job is, but then everybody I've ever asked, okay, if you had a month to live, would you quit your job immediately? No one thinks
Sure,
a,
in no time, for sure.
no one thinks a half a second about it. Um, yeah, right. Okay, all right. I think that's you know, well, you know, what you're saying is, and I'm thinking that to a large degree, I would do the same. But now it makes me question myself. Why don't I do more to help other people today? Why am I going to wait till I have 2 more weeks? Uh,
Sure, sure. But
you
now
know?
you know you may spend like 10, 10 minutes per week trying to help other people. You know, your life is focused on yourself and your family,
Yeah.
but you don't do much to help your community, your world. But even if you spend now money for charity or for whatever good reasons, you have to, I'll keep as less as I can for my family and spend the other for other people. Spend the rest for other people.
Right. Okay. Anyway, great answer. Um, uh, Elise has just joined us. Hello, Elise. Again.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine too. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to
Since
see you again.
Right. Since we've already met, we don't have to keep meeting each other.
Yes.
Nice to see you again. Good to see you. Uh, okay. I'm asking deeply personal questions. Maybe not that deeply personal, but personal questions that involve explaining or telling a little story. I've noticed that all of us have been explaining things by or telling a little story. Elise, so I'm going to ask you, in an emergency, do you have a friend or friends who you would feel free to call in the middle of the night at 3 in the morning and say, "Come here at once"? Do you have that kind of a friend?
Yes, I have a couple of friends, who are really true friends to me for many years. because there was one time I had severe stomach pain. Now I was unable to to really call ambulance. So when I called them, actually I was rolling in the bed. And it was so painful. So I called them. That was early morning. Okay, so they came to my house. Then they sent me to hospital. Then yeah, I have a couple of friends actually. In fact, I'm the one always to help them also because um a few years ago, and one of my friend delivered a baby. Then actually his hubby was not in Singapore because the expected delivery date was not around that time. So I was caught in the middle of night, 2 a.m. to send her to hospital and accompany her till then 24 hours later, I think.
24-hour labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Small phrase in English. Your wife or aunt or friend or whoever, they always give you a certain time the baby's supposed to be born. In English, we express that as her due date. Due, like payments due. Her due date. Just generally, that means the day the baby's supposed to come. Whether it comes that day or not, but
expected delivery date, we call.
Expected delivery date? Yeah, well, being an American, we like to shorten things. Or due date.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Fu.
Yes.
Coming back to you, I had a question for you. Where did it go? Oh yeah, Fu. Have you ever agreed to disagree with someone? Have you ever had to end maybe not an maybe an argument, maybe just a debate, maybe a discussion, where you had to just agree to disagree? You're never going to share my opinion, so let's agree to disagree. This is a common phrase in English.
Yes, you mean that I have to agree to the opinion without express my own opinion, right?
No. Let me try to explain, because this is a common English phrase, and it's also part of American and British culture, and I think it's an important thing to understand.
Yes, please.
For example, I'll use myself and tell a story to illustrate. I have a friend. Heaven only knows why he's my friend, because generally speaking, when it comes to politics, economics, religion, social matters, society matters, we generally never agree. I definitely lean toward liberal and democratic. He's very conservative and Republican. Diametrically opposed politically, basically. He has his views and I have mine, and they're completely the opposite. However, other than literally everything that there is to have an opinion about, we disagree on, we enjoy each other's company. We're very comfortable with each other. We crack each other up. We make each other laugh a lot. We have fun together. So I'm not sure why, but we get along great. But we have to, when things come up, we just have to, before things get out of control and we start to argue, all right, let's agree to disagree. Never mind. Like a truce. You think this, I think the opposite, but let's just not fight about it anymore. Let's not talk about it. Let's just
Yeah.
agree to disagree.
Yeah. This situation have happened many times in my life, especially when I and my friends have a conversation about life issues or especially on sports. Yeah, he speaks about his favorite teams, and I talk about my favorite team, and we often have harsh opinion about other club, favorite club. For example, he tell me that your club is just lucky to win this match, but I tell him that no, my team played very well and my team deserved to win. And he represent a lot of reason to prove my point is invalid. Uh, uh, and I am in the end, I feel the atmosphere is going to be quite hot. And I said, okay, that's okay. Yeah, okay, my team were lucky, and that's the story. I don't argue with you anymore. Just you keep your favorite club, and I keep my favorite club. You keep your opinion, and I keep my opinion. It's okay. Just move on to another issues. To talk about other things. So most happen in talking about sports and talking about your favorite. Yeah, people have different ideas. Yeah.
Well, that's I think that's a classic example. In the United States, there are many sports teams, and fans are very dedicated and have very strong opinions. And so your example hits home to me. It reminds me of the United States. I have many buddies and friends who we agree to disagree because of the rivalries between teams is very, very strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you lost a friend because of this disagreement before?
Because of sports?
No, regarding any disagreement. Because every time, yes.
You're reminding me of a time when the fact is no, but I have definitely stopped talking to a friend for a long time because of disagreement like this. And maybe it's foolish and maybe it's silly, but it was very, very frustrating. What's frustrating is not that they disagree. What's frustrating is that they refuse to listen to, when somebody refuses to listen to logic, just 2 and 2 equals 4. But they just won't, I don't agree. And you're trying to attack a problem and put forth your opinion in a very logical way, but so the sky is blue. Do you agree with that? And they say, no, I just refuse to believe I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say the end of the discussion, the end point, but you're trying to attack the problem from a logical way, and they refuse to believe that 2 and 2 equals 4, or the sky is blue. That's so frustrating to me. I have had associates or friends who I can't talk to this person because they won't even begin to open their mind up to a new idea. They won't even accept we breathe air, the sky is blue, the 2 and 2 equals 4. So I just don't want to talk to that person because they're not even open in any way to a new idea. So actually, yes, but I'm never really friends with this person. The first discussion I have, if the person acts like this, I don't ever want to talk to them again. It's a waste of my time and energy, frankly. What's that?
Yes, I understand what you said because I have seen so many cases like this.
Yeah. Right. But I have had a friend who is a close friend who I know to be usually open-minded, and they sort of attacked me on an argument in this way, using this, no, you're wrong, and I refuse to listen. And I didn't talk to them for like 2 months. But then we got back together, and I don't know, it was just one time I was in a particularly argumentative mood, and he was in a particularly argumentative mood. So it was really just stupid, because we're both generally open-minded people. So it was kind of, yeah. Anyway, so yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sure, my turn to answer a question. It's okay. Okay, let me go to Danielle. Danielle.
Hi. Hi.
All right. Here's a kind of touchy question. Would most people, your work associates, friends, and family, would most people describe you as humble or proud?
Maybe some people call me humble and others they're proud. It depends on if I have ever talked a person or how often I talk to a person. And for example, there are a couple of coworkers that I don't have to talk to them too much. I don't have the because they're not on my team, for example, and maybe they could think that I'm a little proud. Yeah, that's
so
I think that could be.
So if I understand you correctly, people who don't know you as well, I should say, who don't know you as well, because I'm comparing, people who don't know you as well may think you're proud, but people who know you well would call you humble. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I was trying to say. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Daniel, I've been practicing English for a long time.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Well, no worries. Okay.
Sorry, I have a question. The
Sure.
humble means the same as modest, or is a negative meaning of this word?
Humble is a synonym for modest.
Thank you.
You're correct. Very good. Wisla.
By the way, yes, sorry, quick question. This regarding this anti and anti.
Oh, I hate that question.
Okay, and you know, when they say antibiotic and they drop the T at the door.
Yeah. Is it antibiotic or antibiotic? Biotic?
Antibiotic.
Antibiotic? Antibiotic. I don't know. I think both. It's one of those cases. If I may sing you a little song. You say potato and I say potato. You say tomato and I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato.
Okay, no.
Let's call the whole thing off. Let's agree to disagree on anti.
But usually you say anti.
I can't even say what I say. To tell you the truth, it depends on my rhythm and what I'm saying. Because even for myself, why I find this so frustrating is because I can't even nail it down for my own self. Antidepressant. Oh, I'm very anti-smoking. I say anti in one sentence and I say anti in the next sentence. So I don't even know what I think about this.
This is the first time I know actually some people can speak as anti, because all the way I thought it's anti only.
Yeah, it gets pronounced both ways by different people, and again, I really have to say, as a native speaker, I use both pronunciations, whatever sounds good in the particular sentence that I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, another quick one. Is this adjectives? Do you pronounce the C or no?
One more time, I'm sorry.
Adjective and adjectives. Adjective and
Adjectives?
adjective. Yes.
Adjective? No, I would never say adjective.
Not
Adjective.
adjective. Adjective, this K sound. Do you pronounce it or not? For the C?
Adjective.
Do you drop this?
Adjective. Adjective. It's kind of a adjective. Adjective. Okay. The adject. This one. Adjective.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this is what you call a non-released glottal. Not glottal, a non-released aspirant. Thank you. There it is. Okay, like t and k and d. These are called aspirants because you're like t and k. You're breathing out. So there's sometimes where when you, especially when they're surrounded by vowels, you don't want to ch. So you don't want to make that ch, that push of air sound. So you don't actually drop your tongue. So most of these, like a T, you start with your tongue on the top of your mouth and you, bam, drop it down. Or a D. There's many cases with a D where you don't release your tongue. You don't drop your tongue. Adjective. What I'm doing, adject, I'm not releasing it. I'm putting my tongue back in the position where I normally say a K sound. And instead I just slide my tongue on my roof of my mouth and then I aspirate, then I release on the T. So instead of saying adject and then putting my tongue back up and then back down for the T, instead of doing that, I lazily just slide my tongue and I don't release the K. I pronounce it, I vocalize, I voice, but I don't drop my tongue. Adjective. I just kind of lazy. I'm too lazy to make two motions with my tongue. This is very common, especially in American English. It's called an unreleased sound.
I heard from an American teacher. She's from the South, and she said this K sound is only for decoration in this world. She doesn't pronounce it. She said no, this C only for decoration here. So I was confused whether it is related to the South or dialect or it is a standard one.
Adjective. No, I'm standing by with what I say. I am actually putting my tongue in the position for the K. I'm just not releasing it, so you can't really hear it. You hear a little glottal, not really a k. You don't hear the aspiration. Adject. You hear a very fast adject, but you don't hear the k. So I'm doing the sound, I'm just not releasing it. Adjective. So she's right. She's right, but I disagree slightly. It is pronounced. It's a dark sound. Sometimes we call it that, or an unreleased sound. So, yeah. Sure. Okay. It's time to go because I have one more class coming right up here on Verbling, which I strongly encourage all of you to join me because we're going to be looking at Bushisms. George W. Bush quotes.
Yeah.
Make no sense at all. Hee hee. Welcome to Goo Land. Join me. Coming right up in just a couple minutes. All right.
I will love it.
Okay.